go broke like WB, and you know who else is going broke?
Oh Lord,
Who's going broke?
Tell you what, boys.
can't say going broke. They been broke.
Twitch is
Which been broke.
confirmed. No, not bringing in any profit, my boys. That's yeah, they're kind of.
Yeah, we knew this.
I feel like
that was for the people that weren't in the know, of course. But we knew this. What I was most surprised about was that he said Amazon still has faith in it, right? So that kind of answers a lot of questions because we've always speculated. Damn, I wonder if Amazon I wonder if they're just gonna fucking cut them off or some shit like that. People have always said shit like that, and it's like, well, clearly Amazon has I don't know. Clearly they don't care. They're like, man, okay, we're gonna support this shit. They just laid off 80 billion people.
34% of their staff, which I think was about 500 or so employees, right? That's an outrageous amount of people that were just let go right after the holiday season. It's very unfortunate to those who did lose their positions, those that have been switched for maybe 6+ years and more. I've seen tweets and stuff like that, and it's just well, it's hard. And then confirming that they haven't been. I wonder how long they haven't been profitable for. And it's.
I mean, I think
since its inception, yeah, I think always.
I don't know. I think they started going. I think they honestly started not being profitable when they started doing the big contracts for streamers like Doc and. Remember when they had Doc sign that
when
big ass? Yeah. It was still during the Mixer phase when Mixer signed Ninja and all those people, right? They were signing Dr. Lupo, they were signing Doc, they were signing all these other people in turn, and then the whole thing with Doc happened, and we still don't know why he got banned.
But
I suspect that it had something to do with them not wanting to pay out the contract, and we kind of know why. They're broke. Looks like Pokimane was right about broke boys. But
I mean, to manage something like this, because everything's going through the servers, it just all adds up eventually. And then if you're doing deals and they're not quite panning out, or the advertisements aren't really paying as much, and I mean, there's a lot of contributing factors towards why Twitch isn't profitable. But
they saw those COVID numbers where they were they were raking it in or whatever, and then obviously we're no longer in that situation anymore. Mm-hmm. So less and less people are funneling money into that shit, right? So it's I don't know, man. That's got to be really hard to recover from. Obviously, they probably weren't profitable before that, but I'm sure that it was on the up during the pandemic, right? And then now it's just it just fell down again. I don't know.
It's also way less people just watching streams, right?
Of course, way less people streaming, way less people watching streams, yeah. Because pandemic was peak season for that shit.
Just people are no longer people just tend to gravitate more towards the bigger streamers. It's not a good place for small streamers at all anymore. It's really hard to get any kind of growth or.
Well, that actually works in their favor, to be honest.
Yeah,
they're gonna lose money if they care more about smaller streamers, which we'll see.
Then it's going to be harder for them to maintain those bigger streamers because they can't afford to do the bigger contracts now. And Kick. Yeah. I don't know what's going on over there. They're funded by Stake. They're able to put out big contracts. Yeah. I'm sure that the contracts that have been reported, or obviously it's not as much as those, but they still can offer probably more than what Twitch is offering, especially since.
Yeah, but when you're sponsored by Stake and gambling and probably other underhanded shit that we don't know about, I don't know, bro.
Nick Merckx went over to get the bag, and now his ass got to do sponsor streams with gambling, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. Whatever underhanded tactics they're using, it works. But I don't know.
Well,
I'm looking at this chart, and it's kind of crazy seeing how their revenue just dips, from Q1 2021 to Q2 2023. This shit just plummeted. That's insane.
Really?
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's probably why they're doing a lot of back end modifications. I mean, this is kind of like a side story, but at CES, they kind of made a huge announcement that they were doing a bunch of back end stuff. So ultimately, it costs them less money to host and makes it more. They're able to stream higher quality to the viewers. So all in all, I guess that's good for the future. But it seems that once they establish that thing, they just let go of 500 of those employees. So, and
I didn't know this. 47%. Okay, when was this? This is 2021. 47% of gamers consume streaming content on Twitch, 40% on YouTube. Bro, what is YouTube doing? Like, I know this is about Twitch. I don't want to like beat them while they're down, but like YouTube needs to just, what is wrong with these guys?
They're just not doing enough, especially with their live streaming content.
Yeah, they're just sitting by and not taking advantage of this shit. Like, bro, just beat the dog. Like, I don't know, man. Like, these guys are crazy.
Kick the dog while he's down. Jesus.
They need to just kick him.
Beat the dead horse.
Like, I love Twitch, but like, damn, bro.
It's really frustrating with the YouTube thing because it's just like their platform is just not made for live. They do have the means, and their platform is just not made for live stream content. Like they can make for some reason they just can't.
Like they can do it to make it meant for live stream content. That's the problem. Yeah, they just do it.
They absolutely can. They're just not putting any effort into it. It seems, which is that's what makes it even more frustrating.
Like I'm obviously being a devil's advocate and saying this because this is fucked up regardless, right? People losing their jobs is fucked up regardless. But they kind of have to do what they have to do. I don't think that's gonna make them like profitable, but I think it's just gonna get worse. I think they're gonna start cutting stuff. Absolutely. They're gonna start cutting stat. They're gonna start cutting things, and it's like, hey man, if it puts them back in a position where they can make money and this site isn't trash. I mean, the site's over the past like year and a half, it's not as bad because it just seemed like it was going straight down the fucking in the gutter, but.
I mean, we were complaining about that literally every day.
Yeah, like outside of the, the controversies, the, titties flying everywhere, and all the crazy shit going on. But like, it's not as bad as it could have been. It seemed like it would have been worse by now at the rate it was going. So hopefully they can just turn it around. Dan Clancy seems like a decent person, right, when it comes to running this shit. So we'll see.
Definitely takes balls to come out and say, I'm doing a shit job. Right?
Yeah, because think about it.
That's essentially what it is.
I think all of us in here were saying the same thing, right? Because we took like hiatus from streaming, don't stream as often, right? Some of us don't stream at all, right? And we were literally saying like, do we want to just go to YouTube? There was a point where we were like, forget Twitch, we should just go to YouTube.
And then YouTube was fucking up.
Yeah, YouTube fucked up, and then Twitch kind of like kind of turned it around a little bit. And now it's like, okay, you might as well just stream on Twitch. No point not streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like. So
and now Kick is out. And then especially with the same thing with Kick.
And then it was Kick, but even Kick is like, it's still there, right? Well, when it comes to like that attention, Twitch is always gonna be it's always gonna be it for gaming, right? Like you can go on there and do just chatting and all that, called the crazy shit and gambling streams and all that, but Kick is always gonna have that stigma, that negative stigma of just being like stake gambling, blah blah blah. Twitch is still gonna be it for people like us. So I don't think there's ever going to be any other site. Well, I can't say that. You never know, but Twitch is cemented in that gaming sphere right now, right? Unless YouTube decided they actually want to do some work, just saying.
And Twitch actually made the right move, just making, you can multi-platform everything. But like they made it seem like they just decided, but honestly, if they didn't have the money to pay the big streamers, they had to make that move because otherwise all the big streamers would just went elsewhere.
Bounce, yep.
Yeah. I think that was just a move to just say like, hey, like you want big money, we can't really pay you big money, so go do your thing and earn some money elsewhere while you maintain on Twitch. Yeah.
Like, because Twitch was the only site that did that.
Because it
does
nothing.
All these other competitors you can't have all these other competitors that allow you to multi-stream, and then Twitch is just like, no.
It also doesn't really hurt the platform at all because if people were already watching on Twitch, they're not going to switch over and start watching that person on YouTube solely. Like they're going to continue watching through that avenue.
Yeah,
which
Twitch audience is very faithful to Twitch.
Exactly. So you're going to maintain that, and they lose nothing by it, which is probably why they did it. And I mean, it's just more and more bad news for Twitch. It seems it's also like part of that like end of the quarter news, right? Like so like December profit margins probably hit, and they were like, "Yep, well, we got to make moves to be profitable in the next quarter," and that's why the classic business move is to just lay off a bunch of people because that inflates profit margins.
That just reminded me, like, this probably happens every single year. It does happen every single year at every company, right? So, I guess now that we just know about it, now that like people are telling us, now it's a big deal. But this is just how business works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, so,
yeah, but it's usually never to this huge extent. Like, it's never like.
I think it's definitely part of that.
Yeah, but do we know that?
It's definitely part of that. I think we're seeing more of a trend of it just
like
due
10%.
to the kind of like hangover of COVID success, right? Because if we're looking, I started looking up some numbers, and if we're looking at Twitch made $2.8 billion in 2022, right? So it's like, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, and if you look at the hours watched by numbers, so Twitch annual hours watched from 2012 to 2022, and 2012 was 0.2 hours watched, and then 2022 22.4 hours watched. And I'm trying to see what these are, what the hour metrics are on this site, but it doesn't really say. But it's Twitch tracker, so it's BN. What is BN? Sorry. But yeah, I mean, like, you just see the influx of people that watch it and started watching, and you see the numbers just skyrocket between 2018 to 2022. So during the height of COVID, exactly what the spread was mentioning, it just jumped up in people that were watching Twitch, people that were streaming, people that were being able to watch streams at that time. And now it's no longer like that. And so it's just kind of like it's like the way the bell curve works. That was the height, and now here's the fall. So how far are they gonna fall? Can they bring it back up? Let's see.
I feel like they can, man. They just got to make the sacrifices. Like, when I saw that announcement, I was like, well, I guess they're doing what they got to do. Unfortunate to the people that got like laid off, but they're doing what they got to do, man.
See, the people that did get laid off, right? I think they should. I mean, I'm in no position to tell them what to do, obviously, but as far as what they could potentially do is, go around the other side of things and try and convince YouTube to pick up certain things and say, hey, we just got laid off from Twitch, and we could show you what's successful in the live stream platform.
Yeah.
I just think YouTube just doesn't give a shit. They'll never give a shit.
They don't care.
It's been like 4 or 5 years. Like, if they were gonna do something to like make the live streaming a part of their platform, they would have done it. It's just more like an afterthought. There's there. So other than the big streamers getting,
shit, maybe it's too expensive. Maybe that's why Twitch is fucking not making any
YouTube
fucking
had a
promise.
similar problem as well. Like, those servers would probably cost like a shit ton
but
of money.
The crazy thing to me is, right, let's say Twitch, people are going crazy for no reason and saying, yeah, man, Twitch is gonna it's gonna shut down. I'm like, no, it's not gonna shut down. But like, think about if it was, right? And then YouTube just ignored it. Then there's some other site just came up and did like Kick and some other competitor just came out of nowhere and was like, yeah, okay, we're the new Twitch. Why would YouTube even just sit by and allow that when they have this infrastructure already? Like, what the fuck? What are these guys doing, bro? It's so frustrating because YouTube, like, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, with the changes that Twitch announced that they're trying to incorporate, well, like the higher bitrate streaming, higher quality, all this other stuff, right? Better encoding and shit like that. That was one of the main draws to stream on YouTube. So, I mean, YouTube is kind of like they're dropping the ball, man. I don't know, bro. They could have been on top of this.
The ball for
yeah, they could have been on top
They
of this.
could have won. They could have won this war free. Like, 2-3 years ago when we were complaining about it, all those years ago, contemplating going into YouTube.
Yeah, that was
they could have won then.
All the content creators were like, everybody switched to YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And then like the next year, everybody's like, yeah, never mind, just stay on Twitch. Everybody went back to Twitch.
They could have taken Twitch so crazy. Out. They could have taken Twitch out of that. Yeah, that's ridiculous, bro.
Because for me personally, that's one of my main like draws to YouTube was, oh, should I get to stream in 4K? I get to stream in 1440p. I get to stream at higher bit rates because fucking 7.5K bit rate is trash. Like, that was one of the main draws. But if they're improving that, shit, I don't even care where I'm at then. But I don't know. Hopefully, I feel like Twitch is in the prime spot to get it together.
Yeah, I mean, eventually they'll bellow out. I mean, like, I just did the math. Like, if say all of these guys are getting paid like a $50,000, a year, obviously this is me kind of whatever, right? Times 500, that's 25 mil. So,
yeah, they doing what they got to do, man.
Yeah. Well, so but my hearts out to all those that got laid off. Hopefully you bounce back, all that jazz.
Absolutely.
That's not even including like benefits and this shit. Yo, bro, that's crazy. They made that's actually crazy to think about. Whoa.
And hopefully Twitch can pick it up in 2024, starting 2024 on a low. Let's see if they end 2024 on a high.